Hi everyone and welcome back to Projectatron, the prediction site with a difference. Today we are focusing on the big Premier League clash between Man United and Chelsea this Sunday. Rory, Chelsea looking like worthy league leaders this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only points they dropped were against away to the champions, Manchester City. They've been performing exceptionally well this season. They're really, really well regimented. They have a great goal scorer in Diego Costa, but he's not available for this game, which is going to make things really interesting. I think you're going to see a reversion to the old Chelsea for this game. They're just where Mourinho has really drilled them. They defend very well. I think they're going to play a lot like they did when they played at Anfield towards the tail end of last season. They'll just sit and wait for their chance, and they're probably going to take it. Manchester United, though, they've had a few really, really tricky results or games of late. The game against West Brom, which we predicted would be a high-scoring, thrilling affair, and it was.
Some of us did predict that would be a draw,
some
as
of
their
us
upset
did
of the
predict,
week.
yeah. Some people predicted it
Some
would be
clever
4
people.
goals. Yes. We all predicted that it would be fun. All of us.
Yes.
But yeah, and now you've got Chelsea coming to town. This is going to be by far and away their toughest game yet. United have a really good record at home this season. Actually, but I think they're going to lose here. They're going to lose their pretty good record at home. Where I think Chelsea are going to come to town. They're going to snatch a goal. It'll be a smash and grab job, and they're going to come away with 3 points. That's not to say that Louis van Gaal's men can't attack and won't threaten. I think they will, but I think Chelsea are just too much about them to actually stop. So yeah, I'm going to say 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. I agree with pretty much everything you said. I think Mourinho is set up to do exactly what Mourinho does. We spoke about it before when they went to Man City, that he was going to keep it tight, he was going to try and play on the break, he was going to try and take advantage of set pieces and just make sure not to concede, because the way Mourinho's teams are set up is that they go and they get a result away from home against the big teams and then they just win everything at Stamford Bridge. The problem is that Man United have probably the most potent attack in the Premier League. They have massive problems defensively, but they can and regularly do score against anybody. And unfortunately for Mourinho's backline, I think that Courtois is going to need to have a big game if they're to come away with 3 points here. They can be really, really good in the air. But Man United haven't focused too much on an aerial threat. They're not going to be punting high balls in for Falcao and Van Persie to hammer away. What's going to be interesting in particular, I think, is going to be, does Juan Mata get space in front of Mourinho's back four? I think the battle between Mata and Matic is going to be a really interesting one, because these are basically the players that Mourinho swapped last January, where he traded Mata out to Manchester United and brought in Matic in a clear example of how he was going to set up his Chelsea team from now on. I think that that's going to be the key battle, and I reckon that if Mata can get free even 2 or 3 times, he'll be able to pick the lock of the Chelsea defence, because he's still, even though he seems to be on the fringes of this Man United attack, he's still a fantastically talented, creative midfielder, and he's still been involved in more goals, whether through scoring them himself or assisting, than any Man United player since he arrived at the club. He's a wonderful talent, and even though he seems to have been marginalised slightly, there's going to be no Wayne Rooney, so Mata is going to have to step in, and I think that he could be the key. If he gets free, I can see this being another high-scoring draw. I still can't see Man United doing enough to win it, but I could see easily a 2-2 draw. I don't think Chelsea are actually going to be all that potent. They'll be missing Diego Costa. They'll almost certainly be missing Loic Remy. They are going to have to revert presumably to Drogba, who frankly isn't the force that he was even 2 years ago.
He's still Didier Drogba. So,
exactly, and he'll still be able to take advantage of a really, really weak and naive Man United defence. So I think Chelsea have goals in them. I definitely think Man United have goals in them. I'm going with a second 2-2 draw in a row for Man United.
Okay.
What about Projectatron?
Projectatron reckons that this is going to be a 1-0 win to a pinned-in Manchester United.
Ooh.
They only have one shot in the game, one shot on target. It comes from Falcao in the 83rd minute, and it's a sucker punch to Chelsea, who forced 8 saves out of David De Gea, man of the match, David De Gea there. So yeah, Manchester United coming away with the win. So we're all split in the backfield here.
Okay, so there you have it. We have all the results covered. Rory is going with a 1-0 win for Chelsea. I'm going with a 2-all score draw. And Projectron's going with a 1-0 win at home for Manchester United. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to look out for our NFL Podjectatron, our NFL video preview, where we'll be looking at the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints, and of course our Premier League Podjectatron as well. Thanks a million for joining us. We look forward to seeing you then, and enjoy the football.